Hello, I'm Chaz.
And I'm Stacey Yates. Welcome to this month's edition of Lookin' at Louisville.
Now, in this episode, I heard we're going to get a little bit creepy.
We are indeed. In preparation for Halloween, we're going to look at haunted Louisville. You know, Louisville has long been regarded as one of the most haunted cities in America, from old theaters like the Louisville Palace, to hospitals, to mansions, to hotels like the Brand Hotel where we're at right now.
Well, before we go and scare ourselves silly, I got an email here, and it comes in from Cheryl from Tallahassee, and here's what she says. You visited well-known attractions like the Louisville Slugger Factory in your Icon podcast, but what surprising deals exist for visitors to Louisville? Well, between you and I, you need to go to Jack Fry's on Bardstown Road.
Shrimp and grits.
So, no one else knows you can go there. Now, just for your participation, we're going to send you some cool Louisville swag, so be looking for that, and make sure that you email us your mailing address.
And anyone who has an idea or suggestion, email us, and you could get the same.
Podcast@gotolouisville.com, and if we use it, we'll send you some cool stuff as well.
All right, are you ready to go to Old Louisville and go on a ghost tour? Can you handle it?
Oh yeah, I'm up for it.
All right, let's go.
We'll talk later.
Come on.
Okay, we're on the first stop here of the Louisville Ghost Hunter. So David, where are we going to go?
Well, we're going to look behind us at this nice church on the corner. This is the first Church of Christ Scientist. It was built in 1916. And this is the location of our most romantic haunt down here in Old Louisville.
What's so romantic?
Well, people have seen a beautiful apparition of a young woman at night, about 18, 19 years of age. They say she's tall, statuesque, beautiful. She's got jet black hair done up in a Gibson girl kind of hairdo, a long flowing Edwardian gown. And her haunting goes back to when the church was being built, when she would come here and meet her fiancé. It was a young man that her family had forbade her to see, but unbeknownst to her, she was coming, meeting him. They were supposed to elope. The night they were supposed to elope, something happened and he never showed up. It turns out he was a young soldier at Camp Zachary Taylor, and this was actually back in 1918 when it happened, and he came down with the Spanish influenza epidemic. That was a terrible flu that killed millions of people across the globe. And he was one of them that died at Camp Zachary Taylor. 800 soldiers perished over there. So she waited in the cold night air for him. He never showed up. She went home, chilled to the bone. She caught the flu. They both were dead and buried 3 days later, neither of them knowing what happened to the other.
So now tell us, what is it here in the Filson Club, which is down here as well?
Well, the Filson Club moved in here in 1986. It was named for John Filson, the state's first historian, but it was built in 1905 as the Ferguson Mansion. For many years, this was the grandest home in all of Louisville. This has a ghost. On the second and third floors, people don't like to go up there to do research because they say books come flying out at them. Workers have reported books being taken down and laid out on the floor in strange patterns, very often in the shape of the letter S. And they suspect that the ghost is that of a poltergeist named Sally. Okay, here we have Jane Harris. She lives here at the old Bishop's Hat House. She's also the owner of Happy Balls.
Hi, nice to meet you. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, I love to have people. I love to share our home.
And you share it with the ghost.
We share it with ghosts. We share it with everyone who wants to
And
see
Happy
it.
Balls.
And Happy Balls.
Under the cover of darkness, from whence the news was issued that I perished of a heart attack. Heart attack indeed. It shot me! Straight through the heart.
Now, David, where are we?
We're at the Conrad Caldwell House Museum at 1402 St. James Court.
And we've got Deborah with us here, and she's going to give us a little bit of history about this place. First of all, this looks like a place where a ghost would definitely hang out.
I have been told that.
Have you encountered any? Give us a few stories.
And we had a housekeeper who worked here at one time also, who was in the house by herself, and all of a sudden she noticed the house was dark and a summer storm had blown in. And so she had been cleaning and left the windows open on the stairwell, and all of a sudden she heard a female voice say, "Come quickly, the windows are open and it's raining in." And so she went in and closed the windows, and then she went, "Who said that?"
Mr. Conrad, he was a cantankerous kind of man, they said, and he's the one that still haunts this place. He doesn't like to let go of the place, even though he's been dead for so many years.
As I was doing a little bit of filming, I didn't hear anything. But as soon as I walked into the plane of this door, I got goosebumps, and I just felt a cold chill up against me. And I was like,
Air conditioning.
oh.
But this is Mrs. Caldwell's room, and she was sick the last couple of years of her life, and she was nursed here, and she actually died in this very room.
See?
Okay, that's creepy. I'll give you that.
So this is the old Pink Palace on St. James Court. Like we said, Avery is a ghost who haunts this place. He's especially been seen in the basement and the first floor area. He's what's known as a crisis apparition. Whenever any danger is threatened, he makes an appearance so as to warn the people who live here. And throughout the last decades, he's made appearances several times. One time he showed up in the kitchen, 10 minutes later fire broke out. In the 60s, the first time he was spotted, a woman was taking a bath in the big claw tub in the basement apartment. She saw Avery at the door. She jumped out of the tub. 2 seconds later, the tub shattered and burst into a million pieces. Water was all over the place. She called the police. By the time they got there, they figured out that 2 burglars had tried to break in by picking up a large cinder block, throwing it through the window, and it landed in the bathtub in the very spot where the woman's head was resting. So she always credited Avery with saving her life.
I don't know about you, Stacy, but I'm ready for a little bit of food and drink here at the Brown.
Always, always.
After that trip going down there, I promise you, I did get cold chills when I walked in that one room and I got goosebumps. I felt something cold against me. And you said...
I'll admit, I'm not usually, a big believer in that, but when you guys were upstairs filming the billiards room and I was hanging around looking at the antiques, I was getting a little freaked out. Like, where are you guys? Because I'm feeling like people are watching me. So, check it out. It was cool.
Well, we're here at the Brown, and we're actually going to sample some of their great food. We've got, first of all, we have got something here.
This is the Brown Manhattan.
Ooh, look at that.
Kentucky bourbon. This is made with single barrel Elijah Craig. Try that in a second. And then we've got a little rendition of one of the Brown Hotel's famous dishes and a Kentucky favorite, the hot brown. It was created here in 1926 by one of the chefs for the dance crowd. They partied till real late in the morning, didn't have anything to eat. He had some leftover turkey, put it on some toast with some Mornay sauce, sliced tomatoes, and bacon, and made the hot brown. And now all over the state, really, all kinds of different chefs have their own take on it.
There's some other places we did not get to go in this episode. There's so many haunted places in Louisville.
And more tours to talk about.
More tours. We've got out at Waverly Park Sanatorium, which got huge exposure. It's been on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it's been on MTV. And that is something that you should check out. You can actually visit the website and we can link you over to that.
There's also a walking tour that starts here at the Brown on Fridays in September and October at 7:30. It's $10, $5 for children 12 and younger. And it takes you on not the old Louisville part, but places like Actors Theater.
Yeah, I heard that there was a guy there, there's a ghost that haunts the place, that he was such a bad actor that his performance still haunts the building.
Louisville Palace, for example, there's female employees have told stories about hands, icy cold hands on their back with their long hair tugging their ponytails. So ghosts haunt that place too. The Brennan House, the Sealback, the Old City Jail, lots of places in downtown Louisville, and you can do that on the Louisville Ghost Tours.
So thank you for your never-ending support, and as always,
You're looking at Louisville.
See you real soon. I'm going to get some of this
Can we
food
eat
now.
now?
Yes, I want to eat.
Switch with me.
What?
This is higher ground over here. You'll look taller over here. And I won't look like Alice the Goose. Stand back.
With respect like that,